Beautiful. So welcome everyone to our Back from Sydney, Back from the World Team Leadership Weekend. It's Joanna Guina here if we haven't met before, and I will be hosting tonight. So, because this special guest speaker has literally just landed on the Gold Coast from the World Team event, she also went and visited the Sydney Infants Home, who's our Herbalife Family Foundation organisation there in Sydney. So she's had a huge day. And so I'd really love to pop her on first to speak with you all tonight before we get into all the amazing announcements that came out over the weekend. And for you guys, not only to understand the announcements and to find out about them, but to understand how you can, action them this week and what it will do for you and what it might look like. So very exciting webinar. We've got some very special guests coming on to share their experience. But first and foremost, I'd love to bring on my mentor, Senior Executive President's Team member, Christy Walsh.
Thanks, Joanna, and thanks for having me on the call. I have literally in the last probably 12 minutes walked through the front door at home after, a massive weekend and a massive couple of weeks, actually. But, for everybody just listening in tonight, I know there's some new distributors, who are just kind of getting going and really trying to, find your feet and figure this whole Herbalife thing out and what is it all about and what do we actually do. And I know there's other people who've been around for a little while and you've just started to get into action. Maybe you've got your first couple of clients, you've got some team members. And then I know there's also going to be some, more seasoned distributors on the call here tonight as well, who have, been involved with the company for a little while and, maybe some of you were at the event, some of you weren't at the event. I think what I'd like to try and do tonight is really share with you how I feel about the event for everybody, certainly how I feel about it for myself, what I'm going to be doing as a result of the event. It's not so much about my action, but how I'm going to be feeling about what I'm doing. And then what Joe's going to do, as you said, is go through the actual qualifications with you. So, first thing I just want to talk about, the photo there, fabulous photo of me, geez, photo there of myself and Arlene. Arlene, I've had the absolute pleasure of knowing for 23 of my 25 years in Herbalife. No, I'm not 150. I sound like I'm 150 years old. But, Arlene, I knew, way back in the early days. And, she's a very mild-mannered person. So if you are shy, if you're somebody who's shy, if you're somebody who maybe doesn't have a lot of confidence when it comes to communication or social situations or something like that, that's how Arlene was. And even today, she's a very softly spoken, humble person, but she has real power behind what she says because of what's in her heart. And I don't want to sound dorky or anything like that, but it's so true. And I just knew that, that there was something about Arlene. And, she had something in her eyes and she had an intensity about her that, an intensity of listening. Every time, I remember speaking with Arlene back in those early days, we had a similar kind of journey in Herbalife in terms of our growth and our development. But, Arlene was at every event for many, many years on her own. And in fact, she revealed over the weekend, and I did not know this, that for 3.5 years, it took Arlene 3.5 years to find her first serious distributor. But something about Arlene, didn't let her give up. And that was, I think, a really beautiful thing that came out of the weekend. Who cares how long it takes? Maybe you've been around for a little while. Maybe you started speaking to some of your friends about the products, but nobody wants to buy the products yet. It doesn't matter. Maybe you've invited people along to some opportunity presentations or to the STS and they haven't come yet. It doesn't matter, because if a lady pretty much did Herbalife by herself for 3.5 years, can go on to be the number 12 distributor in the entire world, in a country like the Philippines, where the average monthly income is probably about $200 a month, anybody can do this. And I think for all of us who were there, we all walked out of the room believing we could do more, for sure. None of us ever reach our full potential. This is true. But we all walked out of the room, thanks to Arlene, knowing that, or really believing and feeling there was, we all within us have so much untapped potential. And we don't tap into our potential because we don't believe in ourselves. And if we don't believe in ourselves, why would other people believe in us? Why would other people put their faith in us to help them get great product results? Why would other people trust us, to build a business? So, I know I certainly felt that. Even after all my years in business, I felt that. And I know just in conversations, a lot of other people have felt that. And we who were there on the weekend, the 300 odd distributorships who were in the room on the weekend, we all, I know, walked out of that room feeling a personal responsibility to make sure that we did our best to help every single team member reach their goals. The mum who wants to make, $1,000 a month around the kids, or the student who wants to make some money, around. Sorry, Rob's trying to FaceTime me. I'm just trying to turn it off. The student who wants to make money around their studies, or the young, ambitious person who's, like Joanna was, who knew that she wanted a Lamborghini, even before she was 20. There's something for everything in Herbalife, and our responsibility is to help people to reach whatever their goals are. So that kind of sort of sums it up for me. It was a real weekend about heart, soul, love, responsibility, and paying it forward. Yeah, so I know Joanna feels the same way, and everyone else who was there, that a big responsibility to make sure that I love that phrase, we're sending the elevator down. Yeah, we've reached a lot of our goals, but we're sending the elevator back down to help other people reach theirs. So that all being said, I just want to start with the end in mind. The further of the event that we know about that is the furthest away from us now is the Spectacular. The Spectacular in Adelaide it's our favourite Herbalife event here in Australia. It really is a showcase event, a celebration event, an inspiring event. And it's great. We usually do this event every January. It's been moved to February to give people, particularly people with kids, a little bit of extra time early in the year, to get their family and everything organised before they get down there to the Adelaide Spectacular, so they can have 100% focus on the event, not thinking about, have they got the kids' school books ready to start the year, in the following week. And we are so lucky to have secured a guest speaker that not many people get to see in their own countries. Our guest speaker is originally Puerto Rican. He started his business in El Paso, in New Mexico, I should say, and is famous around the world for his personality, his looks, his pure love and joy, of life, and that's Enrique Carrillo. And Enrique, I never forget the first time I saw the guy, and there's just something about him. You literally can't take your eyes off him. He's captivating, he's charismatic, and we talk about Arlene having heart, being full of heart, and Arlene's softly spoken way of that coming through. Enrique's the opposite. Enrique is like, okay, you know what? He's the Ricky Martin of Herbalife. I reckon I've nailed it. He's the Ricky Martin of Herbalife. And, you get that Latino flamboyancy, mixed with heart and added to the Herbalife business opportunity. You guys will love him. He's phenomenal. So this is all happening in February. And even if you just got started yesterday, yeah, this is where you need to keep your eye on the prize. 6 months from now, to be sitting in a room with us, and we're going to be doing lots more calls and showing you photos and things of exactly what goes down, yeah, at a Herbalife Spectacular. But 6 months from now, this day will arrive where you will walk into the stadium with the rest of us, with 3 or 4 or 5,000 crazy Herbalife distributors from Australia and New Zealand, and you can look back to tonight, to a decision that you made about getting to this event, having people with you. And I'm telling you, I tell you what, the feeling that we know you will have, the lump in your throat, your heart is going to be pounding, like crazy, because you did what needed to be done. You took the steps that you needed to take to work through a process, to work through the months and the weeks and the days to maximize the benefit of this event. Yeah, to maximize. So there's going to be a whole lot of things that happen between now and then, but this is the end game. So the flyers have already been announced. You need to print them off. You need to have them somewhere, very, very, very prominent. Have it as your screensaver or whatever, one of your many screensavers on your laptop, your phone, whatever, that you will be at Spectacular, and you will be working these next 6 months to take people with you. Now, I just want to focus on one other event, and then I'm going to hand it over to Joe before my voice goes. 6 months, we understand from experience, is a long time to stay focused. It's easy to waste a day when something is 6 months away. Yeah? 365, like 180 odd days, 2 back-to-back 90-day plans. It's easy to waste a day. It can happen. So what we've done is put some things in place so that you have some stepping stone events that you can work towards it, and you'll have more clarity about to stay focused on. So we have a brand new event that just got announced yesterday afternoon in Sydney, called the Success Summit. And this will be in November in all the capital cities around Australia. So I know this organisation spreads across, many, many corners of Australia. But the Success Summit with a President's Team member will be coming to a guest President's Team member, I should say. The other local President's Team will be there as well. But a guest President's Team member flying into every capital city. Now, this is going to be something that we've never, ever done before. So there'll be a large portion of the day where new distributors can come along, yeah? They can really they can see a bigger picture of Herbalife, a bigger vision of Herbalife, rather than bigger than a success training seminar, yeah? And hear of course, the lifestyle stories of the visiting President's Team members. But there's also going to be some extra goodies for supervisors. There's going to be a 2-hour supervisor-only advanced training session by the guest speaker. Because we understand that the supervisors working in Herbalife, they're the people who really start to make it happen. Yeah? And I never forget the day that I finished my supervisor qualification and how I felt. I all of a sudden felt a responsibility to make sure that I was part of Herbalife. I was a working part of the Herbalife business here in Australia. And so we really want to, again, get a couple of special hours with all the supervisors around Australia. So that's going to be special. But here's what the Strategy and Planning Committee, along with corporate, decided to do, and this has never been done before. Yeah, there will be an exclusive cocktail event. It'll either be the night before the training or the night after the training, but an exclusive cocktail event with this special guest and the other President's Team members in the region. Now check this out. Any supervisor who completes their qualification in August, September, October, 90 days, any supervisor who completes their qualification gets to go to the exclusive cocktail party. This has never been done before. You guys have been around for a while. I know there were people freaking out yesterday afternoon. Normally you've got to do 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 to go to a VIP qualifiers event. If you are a new supervisor, you get to go to this exclusive cocktail event. This is crazy. Yeah, this is absolutely crazy, because we want to get our arms around the people who've made it happen, who've gotten themselves, positioned themselves, at the supervisor level, and really inspire you in a way that's never been done before and show you what's to come. If you are already a supervisor, if you entered August as a fully qualified supervisor, you know what? Time to help other people qualify. And by helping other people qualify, you can get qualified for this exclusive event as well. So any supervisor who achieves 5,000 personal volume in August, September, or October can qualify to go, or 10,000 total volume points over 3 months. So 1 month of 5,000 in any 3 months, or accumulate 10,000 volume points over the qualification period of August, September, or October. You get to go to the exclusive cocktail event with the visiting president's team member as well. So this is the perfect way to work towards our vacation. Again, Joe's going to go through this. The other events that are around the spectacular, but get something significant. Get in a success environment in a room at the halfway point between now and the spectacular, which will very, very, very clearly help you to know exactly what to do to maximize the last 90 days leading up to spectacular. So Joe, again, I'm so excited for what's coming. It's like, and you guys will see it by the end of the Zoom call tonight, there is something for everyone. There are things in place for our product lovers. There are things in place for our VIPs, our brand new distributors. And of course, our going for it, royalty chasing business builders as well. You guys have got everything. So again, I just wanted to lay it out there. I'm going to stop talking before I absolutely lose my voice. But Joe, again, thanks for inviting me to be on, hun. And listen, there has never been a better time to be in Herbalife. In my 25 and a half years, I've never seen the company lay out events like they have for us to close out this year. Their generosity with promotions and all the extra goodies. We didn't have anything like that when we got started 25 and a half years ago. So this is a good time to be in Herbalife, and it's a great time to take advantage of it and put your head down, bum up, go to work, because what you do in this 6 months can take care of you and your family for the rest of your Herbalife. And the reason I know that is because what we did in our first 6 months still pays us tens of thousands of dollars every month today. So it's just amazing. Thank you so much, Joe.
Thank you,
Tim. Thank you, darling.
Thank you.
Let's go for
Woo! Oh, I love Christy. Thank you so much. That was just incredible. I hope you guys took lots of notes. I got 3 pages. So we will go through everything. But firstly, I wanted to have a couple of people who, who will share their experience with you from this weekend. And the first one we have is Amy Smith Booth. So Amy, I will unmute you.
Hi, guys.
Hi. I'll let you take it away.
Thank you. Thanks for letting me share, Joe. Super excited. I actually just got back from Sydney today. So everything's quite fresh in my mind. And I guess what I'd like to tell you guys is you have to be there next time. It's just amazing. The people that speak, the caliber of It's like the royalty of Herbalife. And because it's a world team and above event, the training you get is just next level. There's everything's really gold that comes out of their mouths. I took pages and pages of notes, but some of the top things that I really got from it was making sure that you understand your team so that you can lead them properly. You have to cause others to do things rather than do everything yourself, and allow them to share their own results on the page. They was talking about managing people is probably the worst thing that you can do, and it's sort of something that a lot of people do get involved with, and it's all about growing the team beneath you and allowing them to thrive and to become their own independent distributor. Also to work on invitation. I think it was 7 that said your invitation needs to evoke a positive response, or you need to change your invitation. So that really resonated with me. So and also if you keep doing things that are uncomfortable, it becomes comfortable. And I thought that was quite key as well, because a lot of us probably feel daunted about going up to strangers and starting up conversations. So it's just a matter of doing it, guys, enough times so that you do feel comfortable with it. Another one was commitment and making the decision. I suppose for me, the event clarified what my goals were with Herbalife. I've sort of been, doing Herbalife part-time and loving it, but not really dedicating my whole heart and soul to it. And I think Gav said, are you in or are you out? And basically that's, I guess, what it boils down to, is making that decision if it's something that you want to do and that you have a passion for. And the last thing is everyone responds to energy. I thought this was quite a good point. They said many people don't want to talk about their weight loss, or think they don't need to lose weight, but energy is something that's really top of mind with most people. So perhaps changing the way that you speak to people and not being all about losing weight, but perhaps about gaining energy instead. And then, of course, weight loss would be a knock-on effect to that, but just might get more people interested. And those were my hot tips, guys. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you, Amy. Awesome. And our next lovely to share her experience is Michelle. Michelle, do you want to unmute yourself?
Hi, Jo. Can you guys hear me?
I can. I'll let you take it away.
Fantastic. So this is not my first World Team School. I've been in the business for 4 years, but amazing. This is my first one in Sydney. Joanna and I went for the very first time ever, 1.5 days early, just so we could explore and kind of get our mindset, really living that lifestyle that we've worked hard for, and then focus at the event. So I'm super glad we did that. We toured Taronga Zoo, went out for a couple of beautiful dinners, and then we really got to work and put our pens to paper and absorbed the event. I absorbed it like a brand new World Team member, because I've been around for a little while and I have got a career level income at the moment and working to make that bigger, but that's not good enough for me. I want to help our team, and I want to help all the new people about to come through, and all of you guys on this call work towards the goals and dreams that you have for you and your family. So the experience was incredible, guys. Honestly, you've just heard from Christy, you've heard from Amy, you're going to hear from, I think, Marco next as well. Just soak in the excitement that we have, because we've had like maybe 1 hour's sleep in these last 4 days, living it, breathing it, to bring it back, all this energy for you guys so that we can help you move where you want to go.
Awesome. Thanks, Michelle. Beautiful. So Marco is actually doing a live session at the moment, but I did want to pop his photos there just because Marco did an incredible job yesterday doing the vacation announcements with Rundeer. Some of you know Rundeer as well. And and I know he had an absolute ball. I won't take his thunder because I know he'll probably be sharing over this next week with you all. So obviously just speak to Mark about his experience, but I know he definitely was on fire. So, looking forward to hearing from him. And for me anyway, I suddenly had a bit of a stalker on my hands in Sydney, and Hugh Jackman decided to follow us a little bit. So, I don't know how I'm going to knock that one off, but maybe he's so excited like me. But before I go into a couple of tips, I just want to quickly share with you my experience through a video. So let's just pop that on, and it just goes for 1 minute, and then we're going to get into the good stuff, guys. So have a look and enjoy. If I can figure out how to make this big.
Let's just try this thrill. I'll take off like it will. Give you the touch I'm missing. Get up. That's all you expect. Get up. Get up. Girl, you got the problem with the Get up. That's all you expect. Get up. I wanna light up your door. Baby, you don't believe in me. It's hard to know.
Hold on, it's buffering. Sorry.
Baby, you don't believe in me. It's hard to know what you see in me. Don't be quick to say no. My chest is your pillow. Come out of the shadows. I know that you're fragile. Yeah, I don't care if it's too loud. Sexy or show now. Baby, I can take you there. Take you there. Let's just try this thrill.
Love it. So, you know, heaps and heaps of experiences for us. I loved going in early and doing all the things of Sydney and just all the experiences and really soaking it in this weekend. So I am obsessed. But let's get into this. So we just wanted to quickly cover a couple of top lessons that we felt we got from Arlene, the guest speaker, before we get into the announcements. So I'm actually going to get Michelle to explain these for the next 4 minutes for us. Michelle, do you want to unmute yourself, darling, and I'll let you take it away.
Beautiful. Thanks, Joanna. So the guest speaker, you did hear Christy speaking about her, Arlene. She's amazing, and she really gave us some awesome lessons that we wanted to bring home and share with you guys, because obviously we can't go through the whole weekend's worth of training with you. You really had to be in the room, but we do want to give you some of the goodness so that you can run with it as well. So she had a really awesome point, and that's what this happy birthday sign means. So basically she said, you know, why should everyone just feel good on their birthday? Why does it have to be limited to one day? Every day we wake up is a blessing for everybody. So we should treat every day like our birthday. So that's being happy and joyful and grateful and full of energy and excitement. And we did this with her every single time she came on stage. She said, happy birthday, and we wished each other a happy birthday and jumped around and high-fived each other. And just the energy, guys, like honestly, that kept us all on point, paying attention, grateful, smiling even more. So I'm definitely taking this home, and we are sharing it with you guys. So why not wake up every morning and imagine it's your birthday, that feeling, that excitement, and do that with everyone around you. Make them feel better after they've spoke to you and seen you than before they saw you. That's something I'm doing for sure. Beautiful. So this one's about correct me if I get sidetracked, Joanna, because I am a little tired from our weekend. But this one's about when you're upset at someone. So imagine that on that piece of paper, see the black dots? They're like the bad points or the issues that you're having or the challenge at that time. And when something's challenging you and stressing you out, it seems like a big, big issue, right? So if you imagine a piece of paper and you just put a couple of black dots on there, the black dots represent the issue. The issue and the problem.
So it's kind of the issues or the flaws of the person that you're communicating with.
Or the faults. Yeah. So the black dots are minute, correct? That's less dots on that page rather than the white, which is the goodness and the great things. So instead of pointing out the flaws as a big issue, think of them as minute and small, and they're things you can overcome. And the minute you focus more on the positive, which is the white part of the paper, then you can get through your issue and challenge and the faults that you're pointing out with that person. I want to add another point there too. Oh, there, you've got it. So Arlene had a great tip that she said she wasn't always as positive and down to earth and joyful as what we see her as now. She had to work on herself. So a top lesson that she has is thanking people first before like kind of correcting or getting upset. So instead of getting upset and angry, what she does is just say she's doing a meeting or something, and she was saying that a lot of the people that she talks to, if they're younger, they usually have their phone in their hands. So instead of saying put your phones away or pay attention, what she does is say thank you all for not using your phones, and says it beautifully from her heart, and then people automatically put the phones away rather than being confrontational. And she does this with her kids as well. So instead of getting upset, like, come on, get ready for school, we're running late, she'll go, thank you guys for getting ready for school so beautifully because we're going to run out of time. So it's like putting a positive at the start instead of reacting. It's like being more loving and thankful at the start. And this is my favourite. This one really affected me. I didn't let Joanna go to sleep until she spoke to me about it. We basically all have 6 human needs, and this is by Anthony Robbins. So take a photo of this. But you've got to identify, there's probably 2 that you have at this stage. So mine have changed, and Herbalife's kind of ticking each of these 6 needs for me so far since I've been in the business. So one of them is certainty. So the need for security, comfort, and consistency. Significance is a need, the need to feel important, needed, wanted, and worthy of love. The feeling of uncertainty, the need for variety and challenges and change. It's kind of like excitement. The next one's love and connection, the need for feeling connected with and loved by other human beings. Growth, the need for constant development emotionally, intellectually, and spiritually. And then there's another one, contribution, giving beyond ourselves and giving to others. So a bit of homework, guys, is take a photo of this, and then tonight just reflect which 2 are the needs that you have at this stage. Like what's attractive for you with Herbalife in helping you with these needs. I know which 2 I sit on, and there's no right or wrong answer, but it's just good to know so that you can make sure that you're fulfilling them with this awesome opportunity that we have.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Michelle, for wrapping up all that goodness. I hope guys took some notes of that, but I felt they were the best, hey? So good. And yes, that's right. Michelle and I definitely spoke about these before we went to bed. And on the left-hand side, guys, that red one. So write the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 next to it, and then let your sponsor know which numbers are you, because we all fulfill 6. So all of us need all 6, but there are 2 that you're most predominantly seeking or needing. So they're the ones that you need to narrow it down to, just so we know. And it's interesting because I didn't picture, I could kind of gauge Michelle's, but I wasn't 100% right. And same with Marco's. So it was actually interesting because sometimes I might gauge Michelle, like, you know, how she might prefer me to you know, I guess recognize her or whatever. But it might actually be almost the wrong thing that's going to, like, for her, do you know what I mean? So for me, I'm number 3 and 4. So significance and love and connection. So, you know, each of us are different, and that's fine, but speak to your sponsor and let them know what it is. So thank you so much, Michelle.
No problem. Thank you.
Beautiful. Okay. Are you ready, guys? So shake your hands, shake them off, and let's get into the announcements, okay? The first announcement is ID reinstatement. So for those of you who know this, you know, we have our annual fee every year to maintain your ID number. Now, if you didn't pay that, you know, 2 months later, you come off the system, basically. But you can reinstate your ID number. I'm not talking to you guys because you're all obviously on the system. But if you ever have anybody who, doesn't pay the annual fee, maybe they're not, using the products at the moment or whatever it is, and they've just not noticed or they've not seen the notification for them to do that. And then they come back later down the track. It could be years later, it could be months later, whatever it is. And they want to obviously order, but they can't log in. Immediately, my first reaction or my first thought is, their ID might not be active. It might not be up to date. So I always check first if that's the case, and then I can direct them to doing this. So you can reinstate the ID number by filling out a form and then calling up and fulfilling the payment. Now, it's about $15 for the year for distributors, and it's about $85, $90 for supervisors, okay? So with the IG reinstatement, it's super kind. The company is actually, as of the 1st of September, I don't know how long, if it's September to December, so don't mark my words, just wait for that announcement, but it will be for a month or a couple of months. So just take it as being just September if I was you guys, right? Is they're going to waive the fee of that reinstatement as of 1st of September, just temporarily. So if it might be a great time to reach out to the people who have fallen off, or, you know, just reach out to everybody that you've had in the past, and perhaps let them know that this is the case. And I already have one person, and she's not going to wait till the 1st of September, but, you know, it's already there, okay? So that's just a really great little thing from the company. Now, something you're going to see roll out, and the materials are coming onto My Herbalife, is the Healthy Breakfast campaign. There's going to be materials on this, so you can go read them, okay? There's comparisons, guys, price comparisons. So they show, you know, if you were to eat like bacon and eggs or different type of breakfasts, A, the nutritional value, and B, the price point compared to obviously having 2 of our programs, okay, for your breakfast. And we know, guys, breakfast is culturally, it's a worldwide thing that everybody does. You know, it's one of those things that, you know, not everybody might be seeking energy or muscle tone or whatever, but everybody wants to have breakfast. And they showed the numbers of how many people are social media-wise tagging healthy breakfast, talking about breakfast. There's over 450 articles alone this year about, you know, the importance of breakfast. So it's a big deal, okay? So the company's rolled out Shake Up Your Breakfast. So hashtag Shake Up Your Breakfast. Is going to be the hashtag, and there's a whole bunch of tools available for you for breakfast, including one which is Dr. Darren Burgess recorded a training about the importance of breakfast. So I know personally I'm going to be running a healthy breakfast product webinar this week to really be able to invite people to taking a look at their breakfast and listen to Dr. Darren Burgess. So hopefully I can get the recording on time. If not, I'll have to postpone it. But that's just the campaign. But with the campaign, we have these incredible promotional tools available until stocks last. Okay, so Healthy Breakfast Pack and the Ultimate Program. So if you have a person, a client who orders, or a wholesale customer, or a team member, or a supervisor who orders a Healthy Breakfast Pack, they're going to receive a free healthy food container to keep those good habits going all day long with actual food that they're going to have as well. And with the Ultimate Program, they're going to receive the free Herbalife Starter Kit, complimentary with their order. Now, why I love this is because I'm going to show you, if you took advantage of this properly, what additional business you could create as a result of helping people out. Now, people are on these programs for all sorts of reasons, right? Isn't it, guys? But perhaps when you're talking, say, healthy breakfast, both of these programs are a healthy breakfast, okay? So it's really kind of, I guess, upgrading people from perhaps just buying bits and bobs to being on a tailored program, either Healthy Breakfast Pack or the Ultimate Program. So I'm going to share this with you first, and then I'm going to show you how you can really, really nail all of these major promotions that Christy talked about before, how you can go supervisor and how you can be on point for the vacation, how you can be qualifying for all the stuff for Adelaide, and how you can really kickstart your business with the Healthy Breakfast gifts, yeah, and this promotion. So write this down, guys. This is a 200 personally purchased volume promotion. Just write that down. 200 PPV stands for personally purchased volume. What that means is when you go on and make an order on Herbalife, whether it's for you or for clients, okay, so you personally put that order in, that classes as your PPV, your personally purchased volume. So look at whatever your PPV was for July. That is your base month, your base to this qualification. So in July, you can go into my, I think it's my office and my volume, okay, and go look, and it says July, and then it says PPV, etc., etc. So look on that column and write down what that number is. For me, I think it was probably 1,000 or 1,800 or something like that, okay? For some of you, it might be 200, whatever it is. But write down what the PPV you did personally in July. Now, all you have to do is increase that number by 200 points this month. Okay, you can start but for 3 months in a row. So it's August to December, this is available, okay, but it's just 3 months in a row during that qualification. You're on tonight, so it's a shoe-in for you to obviously start in August, okay? It's more for people who perhaps are new, who didn't get onto the qualification, that you obviously can continue helping. Maximum what, guys? They have to start in October to do the 3 months. So just adding 200 per seed purchase volume on top of their July. Now, if they were on zero, they're just got to do 200. If they weren't involved in the company, they've just got to do 200. Now, this isn't just open to not yet supervisors. This is open to everybody. And just down the bottom, please, look out for the notifications on what they'll need. But it's also, you have to submit a minimum of 2 customer forms for this. So in other words, they want that 200 volume to be done through 2 customers that you have added to your business in the 3 months. Now, I want to show you how you can use the Healthy Breakfast free goodies and the 200 per seed purchase volume, how you can truly grow your business from those qualifications in the next couple of months, more so this month, but the next couple of months as well. So think about this, guys. If you help 2 new clients, to get those 2 receipts, or help people reorder, whether they're retail clients or people who have their own ID number, help people get back on the products, maybe get some of those reinstatements going, or get people who've fallen off the wagon a little bit, people who never got started but wanted to, helping them as well. Wholesale clients, your people who have ID numbers, helping them order a Healthy Breakfast pack or an Ultimate pack, they will receive free gifts, yeah? Because this 200 PPV, let's be honest, it's more for our actively working coaches, people wanting an income from this because they need to fulfill the 2 customer form, okay? Alternatively, somebody who is also a product lover, somebody just using the products, can also qualify for this if they're signed up, yeah? Because if they get 2 referrals, they can submit those receipts from the 2 referrals also. So do not discount that. Do you understand, guys? So it's for everyone, not just a coach, but obviously, let's face it, it's mainly coaches that we will be talking to about this 200 PPV. But on the other hand, all your clients are going to benefit because they're going to be receiving these gifts. Okay, so that's what their, bonus is. So all coaches qualify for this, blah, blah, blah. So how much business could this add up to if you actually, did this? If you actually took these steps. Now, take a screenshot if you haven't already. Okay, so I just wanted to show you. I did some numbers before, and I just wanted to show you what this is additional business, guys. Okay, the Healthy Breakfast pack in Australia, because I know we've got someone from Spain on the line, but in Australia, it retails at $275.65 and carries 103.8 volume points. So if you're at 35% off at the moment in our marketing plan, that actually, to buy the Healthy Breakfast pack for you, it costs you $188, okay? So your profit at 35%, if you sold 1 Healthy Breakfast pack at retail, is $87 profit. If you're at 50% off, so you're a supervisor or above, that's 120, sorry about my symbols, that's $124.44 profit, and obviously 103 volume points. If you sell an Ultimate pack, the Ultimate pack profit that you receive at 35% off is $148. If you're at 50%, it's $211.55 and 177 volume points additional to your business. So can you imagine? The numbers are limitless, guys, okay? But obviously you need that minimum 2 people because you need to submit those 2 forms to qualify for this 200 PPV, okay? So, but can you imagine a Healthy Breakfast pack, you have 2 new clients. At 35%, that's going to give you $174 profit. At 50%, 2 new clients is going to give you $250. And you're going to increase your volume points by 207.6. Therefore, you would have qualified, right? Or if you did this with the Ultimate pack and you had 2 new clients on an Ultimate, at 35% off, that's $296 profit additional to what you currently do. 50%, that's $423 additional, and that's over 354 volume points additional just for 2 people. Now, by the way, what you get for the 200 PPV promotion 3 months in a row is you're going to get a special Ronaldo merchandise set. Okay, it looked like the one that I got for my president's team birthday. So it's really good, guys. So just obviously stay tuned for what the prize is. But I want to show you some more, okay? Really, if you use the Healthy Breakfast and Ultimate Pack goodies, and you yourself qualify for this additional 200 volume points, and you help people do it as well, what it might look for you, okay? So can you imagine if you personally had 5 to 10 new clients, and I'm just basing this off the Healthy Breakfast Pack because you can imagine it'd be way confusing if I was to do all of them. I just wanted to give the example, and you guys can figure it out for the rest if you need more or if you're selling ultimates. But this is based on the Healthy Breakfast Pack. If you had 5 to 10 new clients at 35% off, that's between $435 to $871 profit this month, and an additional 519 to 1,000 volume points additionally to your business this month, and for the 3 months, obviously, because you're going to keep doing it for 3 months. At 50%, it's an additional $622 to $1,244 profit, and again, the same points. Can you imagine if you help 5 to 10 of your current ambassadors, VIP, wholesale clients who are loving the products, or team members, of course, but if you helped the 5 to 10 of your people who are signed up with you currently, okay, with 35% off, okay, that's an additional $124 to $250 wholesale profit, and again, 519 to 1,000 volume points. At 50%, 311 to 622 wholesale profit, and again, those points. So put them together. Look at it. If you had it yourself, new clients, $600 to $1,000, plus let's go 1,000 volume points, and then you do this one, there's another $600 and another 1,000 volume points. You're already on 2,000 points additional just from 2 sets of clients. Next one, let's go team members. If you help 5 to 10 team members qualify for the 200 person purchase volume promotion. So this one here was based on obviously having your clients receive the nutrition box and the starter kit. But this is if you have team helping them do the 200 personally purchase volume 3 months in a row, Ronaldo promotion. That's 1,000 to 2,000 volume points extra from your team members for the month. If you have 5 to 10 supervisors qualify for it, that's an additional 1 to 2,000 organizational volume points. If you have 20 to 40 people who qualify, that's 4,000 to 8,000 volume points just sitting there available. Okay, so I really hope you get how much you can really change with this. And George Knight actually shared that one of his millionaire team members, he sat with them and actually looked at their business, and they said, right, if we helped all your active coaches achieve this 200 volume point promotion, what would it look like? And for them, it would take their business from 80,000 points in their supervisors to 150,000. It's huge, guys. So really look at your business and go through absolutely everyone and go through that list that I shared before of who you could do this with, and promote obviously what's available to them. So if it's a brand new client, let them know they're going to get a goodie if they order it now. Okay, now a new promotion that if for those of you who were on Kimberly's skin session before, she spoke about this, but if you weren't, there's a skin fitness promotion. So if you purchase one of the skin cleansers, so you choose which type you want, normal, dry, or oily. One of them, plus 1 SPF moisturizer, plus 1 CR7 bottle, because it's the anniversary of Ronaldo's CR7 drive with us. You'll get this exclusive Herbalife Skin Messenger bag. Okay, and it's actually really, really nice. I took a photo of it, so you guys probably would have seen it. But I just wanted to share. Okay, the reason, by the way, Skin Fitness, go look it up, but or go look at the video that Michelle posted of me doing it the other day. But why Skin Fitness? Well, the biggest demographic right now and the biggest movement is this healthy, active lifestyle and this fitness culture. So everyone likes to work out, and SPF, clearly we need SPF for, when you're outside exercising or even indoors. After you exercise, it would be a great idea to cleanse your face. And obviously CR7 for the actual exercise. So that's why it's put together, Skin Fitness. Now, if you order this pack, it's $70 and $70.05 volume points for this order to get the messenger bag. And obviously it's, while stocks last, guys. So we actually showed some statistics about the growth in Australia for powdered beverages, aka CR7 type of stuff, and SPF in the country. Not even skincare, but SPF has gone up in sales by 5% and powdered beverages 7%. Plus skincare had more percentage on top. So let's just go low. And even if you help 15% of your current business order this on top of the usual, if you had 5 people, that's 350 points on top. If you had 10 people, that's 700 volume points extra. If you have 20 people, that's 1,400 points. If you have 50 people, that's 3,500 volume points. If you have 100, that's 7,000 volume points. If you have 500 people in your team, that's 35,000 additional volume points from helping them, obviously, with that, getting that bag. So now I'm going to go through the major promotions before we end tonight. So are you ready? I can't hear you, so that's good, but I hope you are. So the biggie. So this was what Christy mentioned before, the interim event to keep you focused. So for me personally, I'm really, really focused for August, September, October to qualify myself for the VIP qualifications for Adelaide, which I'll show in a second. And also obviously being on track for the vacation, okay? And as a result, I'll have new people that will enter into this November event, which then we all get to refocus on Adelaide, and now I get to help them qualify for the VIP and keep that focus going until we hit Adelaide. Okay, so in November, we have the November Success Summit. It will replace the STSs around the country. And like Christy said, she shared the qualification before. So pop that there. And purely for me, if you want to take advantage, the best, I guess, is I'm personally, really focusing on VIP and vacation. And as a result, I know I'm going to have way more people qualifying for this because, I need to do the work to have that. So pop that down, guys. So I'm so excited. The Spectacular is in February. Now, the reason I've got this here is tickets are now available. If you select a single ticket, that means one person in your ID. If you select a membership, guys, that means 2 people. So you and the spouse who are on that ID number can get that. So you can't, like me and Michelle, we can't go, oh yeah, I'll just select membership, so we've got 2 tickets. It doesn't work that way. She's on her own ID, I'm on my ID. But if I selected membership, it means I could take Daniel, okay? He's on my ID number as a spouse. So just so you know what ticket to select. Now, we already immediately bought our tickets on Saturday once it got announced. Now, the reason that I've done that is, it's 6 months away. I actually have another event next month, which is obviously, in a couple of weeks. But I've actually committed to Adelaide first, okay, because I've committed. It's like a breath of fresh air. I don't even know how to explain it. I'm just like, I'm committed, I'm done. And it's been able to take the fog out of my brain from thinking about, oh yeah, get the ticket. And now I'm fully just focusing and I'm clear, and I've got a clear, way to go, okay, hold on. What's the qualifications? What do I have to do? And how many people do I want to bring with me? So guys, the action step that I'll share at the end of the night is get your ticket so that you can actually just work after that point and not worry about it. So the dates are the 9th to the 11th of February, and it's at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre. So write that down. I'm not going to truly go over it today, okay, because this weekend we have our success training seminars, and we're going to go through this stuff, and we're going to talk about why Adelaide, why would you want to go. But I just will share one thing really quick that I probably haven't shared as to my reasons why I go to events. They've been very difficult to get to for many reasons. Primarily, the reason I never listened to this stuff, which half of you might not be doing right now, but I urge you, if you're wanting Active World Team, if you're wanting all this stuff, then just open your ears, because you have to do this stuff, okay? It's just part of the process. And recently I was thinking, why go to events? Like, why go to so many events in the year? There's so many reasons to it, but I guess my main reason why you would spend the money, if you want to look at it like that, is I kind of think, well, we are technically a business. Like, it is my own business, but yet I don't have to pay rent. I don't have to pay staff, like the Herbalife corporate who are running the offices, all the legal work, like everything. I don't have to have stock on hand. I don't have to have staff. I don't have to have lawyers. I don't have to have a lot of stuff. Yeah. that a traditional business would have to pay as an expense every month. So it hit me like a ton of bricks as I was literally on my way to Sydney, that my events are my major expenses in my business. So that's how I look at it. And therefore, it really made me have a very good understanding, I don't know what to say, but like a grateful mind towards this last weekend. And it made me appreciate the expense that it was to get there, both time, money, and all the rest of it, yeah? And there's lots of different things. I don't know who's ever going to watch my kids. I've never known who's going to watch my kids. I didn't even know who's going to watch my kids up until 2 days before events, sometimes the day before events. But I'm committed to going, and I'll find a way that's safe and all the rest of it. But it's just how it is, okay? So, get to the next Success Training Seminar to hear from people about what it's done for them and all sorts of things. Feel free to go look at my video, Why Adelaide. That also goes through it as well. But what I wanted to focus on is you're coming to Adelaide already. That's a done deal. But it's time, like Christy said, to take advantage of what's available to you versus just attending, okay? And there's a VIP qualifiers evening. Now, the one we just had in Sydney was literally amazing. I had the best night. We got to hire, the company hired the whole Sydney Museum of Contemporary Art. And it was really interesting for me because it was kind of like, throw a coat hanger in the middle of the room and call it art. It was that kind of stuff. And I thought it was unreal. Like, everyone was having a giggle. It was just, I don't know, it was so fun because I'm not really a fan. Like, I get a little bit bored with real art, if you want to call it. So this was really interesting to me about how people take art in so many different ways. And like, there was just a rug on the floor, and that was the art. Or there was 3 canvases that were blank, and that was the art, so it was seriously so nice. We got a tour of it. We had people explaining it to us, and then we moved into this amazing room with a band playing, a caricature artist who gave me one massive boob and one small boob, but that's fine. Hugh Jackman was there with me, and we got to look out at the Sydney Opera House and the Sydney Bridge together. It was magic. That's not typical results. Individual results may vary at these parties, okay? But it's just one of those things. And the thing is, I've always had these conversations that I didn't ask for, to be honest, at VIP events, at these dinners, where I'm sitting down with someone that I'm quite nervous to meet, like a pres team or someone that I admired, and they just have these conversations that I totally didn't ask for, but I needed to know. I don't know how to explain that, but they've just said things that maybe they gauged I needed to hear or could tell, and it just really were the things that sustained me through the hard times in personal life as well as business life. So if that's the only reason, and not only the fact that you're going to grow your business and put enough people into these November events as well. But VIP, go look up what the qualifications are. Now, by the way, with this one and vacation, which is the next thing that I'm going to talk about before we end, is I want you guys to go listen to the recording of the recent webinar that Gav Morgan ran, because he actually went through the qualifications and how to do them, okay? Because I don't really want to spend the time doing that. There's also VIP seating, okay? But mate, I basically want to give you this in regards to Adelaide, is the first step is get your ticket. Not tomorrow, like now. Get your ticket. Or go retail that healthy breakfast pack or that ultimate program, or go do those two new clients to get your 200 PPV extra for the month, okay? So that you can afford your ticket, all right? Get your ticket. Then it'll allow you to decide on the qualifications. What are you really going to go for? What are you really going to do? Are you going to do the VIP seating? Are you going to do that stuff? And then what my personal focus is, and what we've really encouraged you to do, is focus this August, September, October on qualifying for the VIP stuff, to have as many people as possible sitting with you in that November Success Summit, okay? And then we're all going to be sitting there, and they're going to want to go for the same stuff as you, and we can help them qualify November, December, January for their VIP at Adelaide. And Arlene said this. She said her goal, that pretty much the only thing that she 100% does that's been consistent for 23 years, has been, her goal has been to bring new people with her to every event. And so she just says, I just put a little, my little goal is 10 new people, like personally she brings 10 new people with her each time. That's her goal. Doesn't mean sometimes she doesn't hit it, but that's her goal, is to bring 10 new people personally frontline with her to these major events. And I just thought that's brilliant. Like, why? Because otherwise your mind plays tricks on you and you kind of limit yourself, or you kind of doubt and but versus when you have something like that, you just go, bam, that's what I'm going to go for. And then you can simply help your team do the same thing. So personally, my goal for Spectacular is to, like, people that I don't even have in my business right now, to find 10 new people in this next 6 months. To be honest, they're going to come in the next 3 months, because me doing the kind of volume I need to do for August, September, October to qualify for this stuff, I'm going to find 10 people, okay? I'll find more than that, and obviously have 10 of them commit, yeah? But 10 people. And if that's all you focus on for 6 months, you're focused, totally focused. So, drum roll for the vacation. Are you ready? So the 2018 vacation is officially, we announced where it's going to be, and it's going to be in Queenstown, New Zealand. And we sat in the pres team meeting, and Elizabeth from marketing, who's kind of, I guess, helping with the venue and putting it all together, she actually ran us through the whole experience. So she went through, okay, day 1, what we're going to do, day 2, and all the different options that are on the table that, obviously might happen. And I don't think I've ever, in a few years, experienced such a fear of loss if I don't qualify than this one. Just the experience, the kids being included in all the functions and all the parties as well was a big deal, which I really like. It's literally like lakes everywhere, but at the top of the mountains, there's still snow. There's jet skis. You can go I love adventure. So, whitewater rafting. There's bungee jumping. There's skydiving. There's helicopter rides. There's limousine rides. There's going like a shark yourself, like you're in this little scuba thing and you go underneath the water and above the water like a shark does, but it's you controlling this submarine and you're jumping in and out of the water yourself. There's just all this stuff that the company is really going to also make sure that everything we do is outside of the hotel to get us all out. The farewell party location that we're looking at, I'm so obsessed. Like, it's just going to be one of those like postcard moments, and the kids are going to be able to run around. They're going to bring in local winery people to bring in to supply the wine. They're going to bring in local cheeses. It's just going to be just one of those amazing events. And even just cost-wise, it's just going to be unreal. And to be honest, the main thing about a vacation is it's going to grow your business. And this one in particular, because this vacation, the way it's been put together, again, look at Gab's video on what the qualification is. But the way it's been put together is, yes, okay, it's based on personal points and you getting, these volume points on the board, but it's very much based on you developing people and developing Active World Team and developing others into Active World Team. So it's very much based on, yes, producing a great retail and wholesale check, but it's very much based on increasing your royalty and having a royalty business from doing the vacation. So, decide on the vacation, guys. Not only that you're going to go, but you're going to go for the stars. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you have to watch that video, okay? Decide what you're going to do and what the bonus points are. Personally, I'm doing up a gauge sheet when I get off the phone to you guys for the VIP for Adelaide, as well as how many people I'm bringing with me. And I'm also doing up a gauge sheet for this. And it's just going to be a piece of paper one. Like, I know there's spreadsheets, but I'm personally just going to do a piece of paper one where I can literally scratch and tick the numbers as I do them. And I'm going to have that in my face. So I'll share that with you, of course, if you want to use it as well. But I'm just going to keep it super simple and take it back down to basics. The company has the online tracker, which I definitely use. But I found that the difference last year is I didn't really do my physical one, and it showed. So I definitely want to have that one there that I've got in my face that I can physically tick as I do it, because there's such a good feeling when you literally tick something off. So who's coming vacation? I want to chat on the chat. Just tell us if you're coming vacation. And if you are, sit down with your mentor coach, and I want you to have a meeting to discuss those events, to discuss how you're going to incorporate the 200 PPV, how you're going to qualify for vacay, and how you're going to qualify for the VIPs. And don't forget as well, sorry, last little announcement here. The member activation program that you guys know, which is a 3-month qualification, you just please write this down. It's been, there's a change. It's now 500 PPV 3 months in a row. It's no longer 350 plus 150. So it's 500 PPV 3 months in a row. And as of the 1st of August, if you bring someone into the business, so someone signs up as of the 1st of August onwards, they need to do they need to start this within 90 days of the month that they started. So for example, if I sign someone up tomorrow, being in August, they have to start doing the 500 PPV August, September, October. So they have to do it within the end of October to start for this blender promotion. Okay. So personally, how I use it is I'm very focused on just helping people do the supervisor plan. Their supervisor plan will inevitably give them this one as well, okay? And don't forget, I'm sorry to just put Perth. We've got a lot of eastern states people from Cairns, from Melbourne. I can see you guys from Spain. So there's obviously different functions. Please look up your state and what day and time it is. But obviously here in Perth, we have special guest speaker Andrew Foote coming to be our guest speaker at the Success Training Seminar. So we're really going to go through the ins and outs of all the different things that I've shared tonight. But really, at the end of tonight, the only thing I can ask, I guess, is decide. Book your Adelaide ticket, show us when you have, and decide on what you want to do. And what I loved about Arlene was that she already had money before Herbalife. Her husband was the CEO of Ernst & Young, the accounting company in the Philippines. And she was also an accountant, professional. So they were very secure, and they are very secure with their finances. So she wasn't in that position, but she can see the tens of thousands of Filipinos who are living outside of the Philippines to, get income to send back to their family. And they've separated themselves for months, for years, for decades from their family to support them. And she wants to be able to bring them back into their country, back with their families, and earn an income from their own country. She has a huge, huge mission. And the last thing that she said with us is to create our own personal mission. What's your personal mission, in life? What's your personal mission? And write it down and share it every time you have, a little event or whatever it is. And let me just get mine for you. So my personal mission, and we're all going to be different, okay? But my personal mission is to be the global example to those suffering that it is possible. And you might not be suffering with your health, with your finances, with your personal life, with your emotions, with your spirituality. You might be great. You might be completely stable, completely thriving in all of those areas or one of them. But I can guarantee you, if you turn the corner to someone else, they're not. And it's a total passion of mine. It might not be your passion, but if you're suffering, it's pretty easy to understand that it's time for you to use this next 6 months to get out of suffering. But if you're not suffering at the moment and you're quite comfortable, then it's time to associate the responsibility that we have to help people with the underemployment that's going on right now. The statistics are huge of people who are underemployed. They want to work more but just don't have the employment. The amount of 15 to 29-year-olds who have a huge unemployment and who want 60% of them want to start their own business and be entrepreneurs but don't know how or don't know if they can. Okay? And the huge rise of 60% of adults being overweight or obese and 27% of children being overweight or obese. It's like Arlene really spoke about the responsibility we have to change those numbers for our country, obviously for the world, but for our country. And I don't think in Australia here we have enough patriotism, going on compared to obviously what she has, seeing the people, making $200 for the month in the Philippines and working away. So you might be suffering and it's time to flick the switch and to change and action like crazy to qualify for these things. And just focus on the qualifications, because it's very hard sometimes when you are suffering to come up with some goals that will actually help your situation. But these qualifications do that for you. So focus on the vacation in the next 3 months of the VIP. Get your ticket to Adelaide, and let's help people and create your mission statement, and let's fulfill it. This next 6 months is huge. I appreciate your time tonight, and looking forward to seeing everyone's. Hold on, there's a chat going on. Let's see. Meg, hands up. Awesome. Us, meet the hobbits. Joe with the 500 PPV promo. If people join before August, can they do it anytime? Yes, Dave. So if someone was already involved, they can start now. But I personally would just get them to do it, I guess now would be a good time. But yeah, they can continue doing it. But it's just people who are new that have to do it within the 90 days. I asked that to Paul the other day, and that's what he said. Yeah, awesome, darling. And guys, remember, I'll do up the gauge sheet as well. If you want to use it, go for it. If you don't, no problems. But so proud of you all. I'm very thankful for having you all on tonight, and I'm so excited for you guys. So I'll see you all at the Success Training Seminars this weekend. And thank you so much, everyone.